Well, hello, YouTube. Oh, today is what is it? Monday? I don't know what. It's about 6:45 in the morning. Father's Day was yesterday. I'm not big on making a day about myself. I'm not big about making a day about nobody unless it's your birthday. President Day, Martin Luther King Day, Columbus Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day. I don't care. Have my little foo-foo coffee. Foo-foo. Oh my God. Oh, my kids messaged me or called me. Most of them. The girls did. I didn't hear nothing from the boys. Huh, that'd be a macho thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you all about. Oh, I'm at work, just chilling. 6:30 morning. Got up, took a shower, did my little routine. Didn't want no hot coffee. Thought I'd have cold coffee. Here I am. Um, my buddy, my buddy Charlie come by the other day. He's going to the doctor. He come by early, and we just talking whatever. And he told me a little while ago he'd had a stroke. And he said it affected. He couldn't hardly understand him. He was in the hospital. He said he was going to quit playing and quit singing and just quit performing. It was over. The last show was the last show, and well, he just went on and on. I kind of looked at him funny. I said, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." And it looked like it kind of irritated him, because I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He said, "Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't sound the same." Yeah, yeah, I didn't mean to piss him off, but you can tell he's kind of irritated. And I said, "Ain't no way in hell you ever gonna quit." I said, "You be up there beating on a guitar as long as you don't sound like Bill Tyler, you'll be just fine." No, no, I ain't gonna. I said, "Oh hell, we'll see." And you might be right, but I hope you're not. Whatever. He's irritated. He's gonna have to give it up. I said, "Okay, whatever. We'll see." Uh, he had come over at the house in between that time and what I'm fixing to tell you about. And he kind of, strummed at it. He still had it. And then he come up the other morning. He might have been going to the doctor again. And he said, "Man, let me tell you about the dream I had." And I said, "Okay." And he was telling me he was up on stage and he was whatever it was Eddie. I'm just making stuff up at this point. I don't remember what the song was. Um, Eddie Raven and some song, whatever it was. And I mean, it's country, but kind of a little on the edge of like the old rock and roll country type stuff. Anyway, I was like, "Hey, yeah, I heard the song. It's not really something I think Charlie would be doing." He said, "Man, in this dream, I was wherever I was at, and I had this full band behind me. And then somebody said, 'Hey, can you play that song?' And I said, 'Hell yeah, I'll play it.' He said, 'Boy, I just ripped into it, and it sounded so good, and the band come in perfect, and I sang it, hit all the notes, and just man," he said, "and it seemed real, like I was there." And I said, "Yeah, it was a good dream." He said, "It's like an omen." I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I got to do it." I said, "No, you're done. It's over. I'm not playing no more." Yeah. But no, 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 no. I love it. I said, "Get it. I didn't get it. Get it. Get it. Get it." So I think he's going back playing and singing, which I love. I'm all about it. I love it. Um, uh, y'all can't see my fingers. They're still on fire. And I play guitar ish. You can kind of see them ish. I never have time. I always got shit to do, but I found a song the other day called Sylvia's Mother. It's by Dr. Hook. And I've heard it 100 times. I ain't never wanted to play it. Never wanted to play it. And I was sitting in my guitar in my hand the other day, goofing around. And I did a little Dwight Yoakam lick that I do, a million times. And I just started being goofy, and I was getting to whatever TV is doing. If you play guitar, hit the top string, the sixth string on top, hit it at the third fret, hit the second string open, hammer down on the second fret. So third fret, top, second fret open, hammer down, second fret, third string, hit it. Just in that order. Ding, ding, ding. And I was like, what the hell is that? It's Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. It's the intro. So I had to learn that. So now I play that. But anyway, I got off track. And so I was playing Sylvia's Mother, and I got playing. I love the song. I listen to it all the time now until I burn out on it. But I told Charlie that day, I said, I think I'm going to learn Sylvia's Mother. He said, what's that? I said, Sylvia's Mother, Dr. Hook? He said, no, I ain't heard it. I said, oh, hell, you've heard it. Once you hear it, you'll say you heard it. You know, I know you've heard it. Everybody's heard it. He said, oh, it ain't familiar. So anyway, so I'm at work that day. He told me that. That night, I went to bed, and my dumb ass, because Charlie told me about his dream, being in front of the stage and everybody, I went home and dreamt that I went to Charlie's house with my guitar and played him Sylvia's Mother. Now, admittedly, it's not the same dream. It's not grandiose. It's not nothing. But within a week, I had a job to do right there by Charlie's house, which I've been there 4 or 5 times already. I just went around the corner and there was Charlie and hung out with him. I said, you got a guitar tuned? He said, I do. I played him Sylvia's Mother. He's like, I have heard that song. So you might say I made a dream come true. Oh, what else am I going to tell y'all about? Um, what else? Oh, so I've got this job in Fort Townsend. Cooter called me and said, hey, I got this job for you. I said, okay. He said, you got to be real skinny, which I'm not real skinny, but I'm like, I'll give it a shot. It was tight, y'all. It wasn't, I measured it. It was from my elbow halfway up, which is 8 inches or so, not quite a foot, that I've got to go into. I'm gonna see if I can clip it right. I think I can. I'm gonna clip it right here. That's where I'm going. I bet it come from right there.
Mm-hmm.
When I pulled that.
Yeah, brick out and stuff.
Yeah. So that's what I had to deal with. Not much room at all. Okay, so the funny part is that there's a little old brick right in the way, like they were trying to, keep dogs or whatever from going in. So it wasn't no room at all. So I took this brick out of the way. It was talking to the guy and looking around. And he said, what are you looking for? I said, man, there's spider webs and all kinds of stuff in there. I'm seeing, I got to crawl over this pipe or can I go around it? I want to break a PVC pipe. And I said, well, hell, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I stuck my head in, I laid down, I crawled. And as soon as I did right here, I felt something just kind of move. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, and I'm under the house. I'm under it. My shoulder and everything. And like right here at the edge of the house, right here, something moved. I'm like, golly. Always something. So I crawl out. I got him on the neck, but yeah. I laid on a snake. I try not to lose my composure in front of a customer. I laid on a snake. So I asked him, I said, well, do you have any pet snakes? And he was doing everything I thought I was going to do. He said, I ain't got no pet snake. I said, so you don't mind if I kill this? And he said, man, a good snake's a dead snake. What kind is it? I said, it's a rattle-headed copper moccasin's what it is. He said, a what? I said, a rattle-headed copper moccasin. He said, I've never heard of it. I said, you'll never hear of it again unless I say it. Rattle-headed copper moccasin, y'all welcome to it. That covers a broad area. Kill it. So I killed it with that old, whatever it was. Man. And then I went on and fixed the leak, and it was way more leaks than I thought it was going to be. Couldn't find no damn help. Golly. Either phone's dead or another one had to work at the other job. And another one, shit would have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, no, I ain't got time. I mean, I'll come get you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go all over the place. I mean, that's not going to happen. And what's funny about that, I had a different job, like Holly Creek, whatever. And I hollered at the dude and I was like, hey, and it was nothing. I said, you want to work? Oh, I'm in Valiant. I said, shit, I can't come to Valiant, back to Idabel or Garvin, turn and go to Holly Creek, come back to Idabel to BMAC to get parts, go back to Holly Creek, do the job maybe come back to BMAC, maybe come back, and then go to Valiant and then come back. That's a lot of going for nothing. And I was just all like, nah, don't worry about it. So I talked to the guy about that job, trying to get my day back in how it all went. It was a great day. It was not a great day. So I told that guy that would be there the next day when I had more help. And then I wound up going right to Valiant anyway. Drove up to the King's Inn, looked around, didn't see the dude at all. I was like, well, hell. Pew, off Fort Townsend I go. Wound up going to Hugo. Wound up laying on a snake. Wound up doing a whole bunch of leaks. I hit my head. It was tight. It was fun. It was a good job. I finished the job at Oak. Oh yeah, let me tell you about Oak Hill. So Oak Hill has there's a big building with a circle drive around the building, a teardrop, if you will. Well, off the teardrop, there's a trailer that sits behind it, or a house that sits behind it. So if you pull past the teardrop, instead of this way, you go this way. You have to back straight up all the way out into the road, the old Golden Highway. So if you try to back into the teardrop, you're gonna back shit more than 270 degrees. Would it be 270? No, be more like 160. I got my corrections backwards. My corrections backwards. So and it had just rained too. When it rained real hard a few days ago. So on this side is a ditch, on this side is a ditch. So I'm trying to think I'm gonna turn. Well, I can't turn. I didn't think I could. I'm either gonna hit the building or I'm gonna hit the brush over here. So I was like, well shit. So I pulled forward, man, I slid about 3 feet. I said, well, phooey. Cause now my front wheel's in the ditch. It was that slick. I got out and looked. Just immediately, half my front wheel was buried. Half my front wheel. I said, well, shit. I got back in, put it in reverse, wiggled that old tire a little bit, walked that sucker right out of there. Thought I was stuck, didn't you? I'm in a horrible position at this point. After I've slid and I've backed up, I can't go back the way I came. I can't hardly go back this way because I'm right in the middle of a little driveway sideways. If I went back forward, my other tire would have been stuck in the same hole. I said, well, shit. Did the only thing I could do. I cut it to the left. My hole was to the right. I cut it to the left. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. My tires never caught. They just slid me again. Right off a little bit to the left, about 5 feet to the left of where I just got stuck at. So now my whole truck is down this ditch. I just hammered on it because now I'm, the road's like shit, like this, the angle. I'm supposed to be up here, and now I'm down here like this, and I done went off side of the road. I come back up. Now I'm coming back up to this side of the road here. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. I'll make it work, guys. Anyway, now I'm trying to come back up the edge. Nope, ball gun again. I said, well, shit. Well, look, put it in reverse, it backs me up, so I know I got traction. So I cut my wheel straight, backed up, went forward, I got traction. That's all I need to know. Backed up, got traction, pulled forward, got traction, gassed on that. Beep, jumped right up. Went on, got out, happy, happy, joy, joy. Come back a couple days later. The other guy working there had got stuck in a different spot. Pulled up. He said, "Oh man, can you?" I said, "Yeah, I'll pull you out." I had to rope my thing. He said, "I heard about you getting stuck the other day in that little old truck." He said, "I sure am glad you got 4-wheel drive." After I pulled him out, he said, "I heard you got stuck twice." I said, "I did." He said, "Well, I sure am glad you got 4-wheel drive. Pull me out." I ain't got no damn 4-wheel drive. He said, "That truck ain't got 4-wheel drive." No, my truck got 2-wheel drive. How'd you get out? Because I'm clever and I'm lucky. That's how I got out. Anyway, pulled old Steve out. He was stuck. Anyway, that's a pretty long video, I guess. At work, laughing, joking. Ain't got nobody to talk to, so I talk to y'all. Hi, Miss Glenda. Hi, Miss Vicky, Miss Sheila, Mr. Bill. Man, there's a whole bunch of people. Miss Bonnie, Blake, congratulations on a new baby. I'm sure Blake's chasing the baby all over the house by now. I don't know who all watches. I don't know who to say hi to. Anyway, hi everybody. Bye everybody. I just about forgot. I got to add this back in. All right. Hi to my wife. So I forgot, didn't you? She likes to sit and watch when she don't think I'm watching. She likes to sit and watch me on the videos when she don't think I know she's watching. Is what I meant to say. All right. I love you, babe. All right. For the rest of y'all, love y'all to death. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.